Hello, everyone, to the fifth day in our Iron Order adventure. We have some things to go over, so let's hop right into it, shall we? So, down here, actually, let's talk about this. So, this guy, Margreb, Maghreb, he's packing heat. I did call off some of his troops, and, yeah, I moved a sub over here. And with all this, it's more or less a stalemate right now, and I'm just using artillery to clear up this guy's armored units. Right now, I'm going to move artillery up to Algiers and try to hold it. Now, believe it or not, he actually did push me back, as you can see here. It's been more like a push and pull, like a tug of war right now. But right now, I'm going to try to gather some vital information right now. What I mean by that is I'm actually going to bring my son into Tunis and see if he has any troops there. If not, I can throw him in the water and go and take his capital right now, which would of course be a really big help to us. But once I have that knowledge, then I'll probably change up the course of action and try to take his capital. Now, the reason I'll be doing that is because if we cut off the food supply, it'll be over for him, mostly. Now, if you see over here, though, our ally, my allies, actually did push into Sirte, which is really, really good, since that will probably bring attention away from Maghreb's area. But this heavy mech up here has just been chilling. I tried killing it off with artillery, but it keeps moving it, so I'm just going to use my sun to stop any units from coming in, and I'm just going to try to take out his capital. Now, he should know what direction I'm trying to move these units. I'm actually going to want them to go through the water right here, which is what I'm going to do. He hopefully won't see this. Now, if there is units on here, I'll just reposition it so probably get some like Swiss, which will hopefully drag his attention away. But right now, I am just making more chips over here. I did make a few, I lost a few, which is why after this war is over, there'll come be a regrouping period. So, I am planning, though, looking at the research, once when this appears, you can see what I've kind of been working on. So this is almost done. In 51 minutes, I'll be able to start making commandos over here at Wedgda, whatever. How do you pronounce that? And I'm hoping I have more or less enough manpower right as it happens, which is going to be good for us. And I'm also upgrading artillery so we can be more effective with that. Now, I do want to go for dreadnoughts eventually, since I feel like that'd be a big help. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of pulling back maneuvers, as in I'll push in my artillery, fire at him, and then pull back. But it seems like I don't know when this guy sleeps. This could just be an AI now taking over the nation. But I feel like he may be AFK right now. But you know, that's a potential thing, something I don't know for a fact. Since if he is, it seems like he's not AFK for too long, sleeping, whatever he does. But yeah, he currently has a medium mech here, with one medium mech with one infantry that lost like 30% of their health. So with this, we're just gonna wait it out here with my artillery. He comes in, I start blasting him. Since right now he has not a really good source of oil or energy, not energy, rare resources. Not say a good source because he still has Tripoli down here for his rare resources, and has these two provinces for oil, but it has been cut off really hardcore though, which means he only has about 300 a day in production compared to, let's compare it to mine and we can estimate. Yeah, he only has like 1/11th of the production he normally would have, which is something that benefits us because he's using a lot of vehicles, and as we know, those use oil. So yeah, that will be good in the long run, assuming the war even goes on for that long, which it shouldn't. I'm hoping to have his capital by now. I didn't expect the medium mech to hit me, but I'm dealing with it now, so that's good. Now down here, with this little grouping, his hunter mech, and I think medium mech, yeah, I'm just gonna use this one artillery and consistently pound it. And if he comes up here, well, he has to like come up here if he wants to hit the artillery. So they're actually in a really safe position right now. And I'm making more artillery, more tanks, because they're really at least with light tanks, they're not that expensive to produce. Actually, I thought they're a little bit more expensive. I guess other games made by Baitro has changed that perception of tanks to me because usually they take a lot, and this one they don't. But yeah, check out Maghreb. Now I'm hoping my ally can come up to Tripoli, maybe into Tetaqueen, Gaffa, all that, but that's his call. I do trust him. Now, I haven't really talked about the King of Egypt, but he is making units. I think he's strapped for resources, but he is doing stuff like tanks, infantry, all of that. Now, granted, he was doing some, yeah, there's some infantry over here. Now, granted, I'm a little bit worried because I don't think he's upgrading his units. Last I checked, he wasn't, but it looks like he is now. That's good for us. Well, with Scout Mech, I'm going to need to start getting some Scout Mechs up later, but as I said, I kind of want to focus on my current units. Maybe go for Dreadnought, since Dreadnought's like a really powerful thing to have. So if we're looking at coalitions here, we can see that the most powerful one is South German Union with the Kingdom of Hungary, which, yeah, that is definitely a little bit scary. Does Kingdom of Hungary have a navy, though? It would take him a while to start making one because he would need to actually grab land. I think we should assume yes, he does. Capital has hit points, interesting. Let's look at the South German Union now, see how that is faring. So it looks like he's trying to spearhead into the Spanish Peninsula, interestingly enough. Well, the French area, that is, and then the peninsula, which I think is what you call it. I do not know. But as you can see here, they're both making their own buildings. A lot of them in some areas, but let's see. So yeah, I think they don't have a navy, which if they don't, assuming they don't, that could be good for us now. It looks like South Germany is going for one, from what I can see. Right now, I'm going to focus on our stuff here and just have a generalized good war. Now, with this heavy mech, I also want the Dreadnought to be able to take it out, and thankfully, from what I saw, it does almost no building damage whatsoever. Like, if I click on Tanger or Tanger, it'll be, like, next to none. Yeah, this took, like, let's see, so it's, like, 5 in the morning for me now, actually, like, 4:30. This took about 14 hours to deal with this kind of damage, so I'm not too worried about it. If he stayed here, I would definitely worry about it. But the plan right now is once this Hunter mech gets killed, I actually move this artillery up to start barraging him. And I did move my interceptors down here because his mech was coming and I was a little scared for his safety. But all in all, I think we're having a pretty tight lid on this. I will say that is all I have for today. I will see you guys on the next one tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye!